media giants like Google and Facebook have a tumultuous relationship with publishers, and this is a long-awaited case decision regarding the concept of neighboring rights. But what exactly does that mean? Well, let me try and break it down for you. This is Google's news service in France, and you can see that it displays content, videos, and photos from a number of different publishers. Now, the concept of neighboring rights should make it possible for these publishers to be paid and remunerated if their content is reshared online, such as on here on Google News. Google has up to this point rejected that concept, and they instead have suggested that by featuring content, this is going to drive more readers and more audiences to those websites and generate more traffic. But that stance has generated a wrestling match with publishers. In France, they suggest that Google's decision is essentially a violation of international EU law. And they also point out that by featuring adverts on this kind of content, Google itself is also benefiting, and this isn't an equal share of the value. Well, after being approached by some French publishers, the country's competition authority made a decision in April. They said that Google did have to negotiate payment for these neighboring rights on a matter of good faith. Well, that decision wasn't to Google's liking. They actually appealed against this decision, but at the same time since have negotiated with a number of unions and publishers, engaging in conversations for a resolution to the dispute. They, for example, have said that they will only display content free of charge on its platform when publishers allow them to, and if not, they will then only display it as a shortened extract or as a link. Well, the case has gone to the Paris Appeals Court, and their decision today has reaffirmed what that competition authority has said, confirming that Google does need to negotiate payments when they reshare publishers' content online. The decision has been hailed as an important one, especially by the competition authority's own president, Isabel de Silva, on Twitter. She says that this shows that competition law applies across the board, and the decision prevents any potential abuse of power from a dominant position like the one that Google enjoys. And Tokes, this decision could also have international implications. France is the first country to impose EU law in this way. So essentially an important decision here to Google's detriment, saying to them that when they share content online, they must also now negotiate a share of the revenue.